comes a time in every man's life.
You know, I didn't walk away from this ministry 3 years ago for any other reason except pain. You know, I was going through a lot of things in my life that nobody could understand. And with me being Prodigal Son, the recording artist that's making everybody smile and laugh and encourage them in their life, it was so hard for me to do that because I had nobody that I could go to. I would, I was reaching out to different pastors, and no one was like, they just wouldn't pick up the phone. So I was left in a zone where I felt like I was all by myself. You know, during this time, right before all this emotional baggage just came in my life, I was tormented with the fact that my mother, Deborah Carter, my grandmother, Zenobia Hood, my father, Devin Carter, all died within, 6 to 8 months, a year in time with each other. And make that worse, my grandmother died 2 weeks before my dad died, and I was on the road. So just imagine the pain that I was feeling. I remember one time I was speaking to my mom when 2 days before she passed. We would talk, 2, 3, 4 times in a week, but we'd always make sure we spoke to each other either on Friday or Saturday. But this particular day, I felt like I needed to talk to her. I really needed to call her. So we spoke on a Thursday, and we was going through a lot of things. And one thing she said, "Kelly, I don't understand nothing you say on that stage." And if y'all know my mom, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. She said, "But you run around and you tell everybody your life story, and I commend you for that, because it's a very hard thing to tell people the bad things you've done, and hope that would inspire them to do something positive." And she said, "No matter what happens in your life, never give up." And I didn't understand what that meant until she left. The day she died, man, I felt like I was supposed to call her, but once again I was rushing on the road and doing a play, and I was on my way home, and I said I'll call her when I get home because I'm tired. I get home, I said I'll call her when I wake up because I'm sleepy. I went to sleep, I woke up, and my phone rang, and it was my uncle, and he never calls me. So when he called me, I instantly felt like something was wrong. And he said, your mom died. And I didn't believe him, so I hung up the phone, and I called my mom's phone maybe about 10 times in a row. I made an excuse for every time she didn't pick up. She was in the bathroom, or she was on the other line, or she took her phone and she left it at home and she's away. But that wasn't the case, and when it finally hit me that she was gone, it broke me. It broke me. I continued to do ministry, but I was hurt and I was in so much pain because I was saying, how can I encourage other people, man, when I'm hurting so deep within? And because I couldn't reach out to nobody, I felt like I couldn't reach out to nobody because I didn't want to be judged for what I was feeling, or judged for what I wanted to do, or judged for the feeling I was having that made me want to go out there and just retaliate on everything that I've been doing on the positive and just flip it to the negative. That's what I felt like, And when I was going through these moments, my Facebook and Twitter posts was changing because I was in pain. And people just started knocking me down, so what, you going through this, man, stand up. And y'all didn't understand if you never lost a parent, man, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. And if you do, you understand what I'm saying. But to be criticized for me expressing my pain was very hard. So I walked away from ministry because I'm reaching out to people, y'all ain't paying no attention. But when I put a record out, you want to go buy it and support the show and the concert. But when I really, really need you, you're nowhere to be found. So there was a few people that I reached out to, and during my time, man, we just spoke and we talked, and they encouraged me and they showed me love, and that's what brought me home. But the experiences that I went through on them 3 years, man, is something that I don't want you guys to experience, man. So I returned back to ministry. I woke up one morning and was like, this is not the road I want to be on. And I was working with, some situations, man, that probably could have helped me out on the secular side. And my whole goal was, I'm gonna go on the secular side, man, and talk about the gospel, and it didn't work. But I'm back now. I'm here for ministry, and that's for the purpose of just encouraging y'all, man, to never give up, because tomorrow's not promised. And if it's not promised to you, you got to make sure today is the day you living right, man. So I'm here to encourage you. welcome you and thank you for welcoming me back home, man. This is your boy Prodigal Son, Homecoming. Y'all enjoy.
Yeah. It's good, man. Take a sit back and vibe with me.